Good evening, everyone. This is Robert Jamieson, and welcome to our online chess lesson for Thursday the 30th of May. It's a horrible wet evening in Melbourne, so probably a good night for chess. And my student tonight is Brijesh. Hello, Brijesh. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Now, where are you from? Are you in Australia or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
And Auckland?
Yeah, Auckland.
Okay. And do you have a rating over there?
No, I just started.
You just started? All right. And how old are you?
I'm 11.
11. Okay. All right. Well, it's a good age to start. I think I started when I was 10 or 11, something like that. Okay. So let's have a look at the puzzle for tonight. I'll just switch over to the other screen. Whoops, daisy. Okay. There we go. Now, did you think it was a win for black or a draw?
I think it was a draw.
And how are you going to get a draw? What do you think white's moves would be?
Really, I have no idea.
Okay, all right. Well, I've been stressing in these talks to you guys that not only do you have to analyse moves, but you have to look at the big picture and what ideas you can come up with. So in this position, it looks pretty terrible because black's pawn is just going to zoom through. And I don't really know what we can do to stop that because the king can't catch the pawn, can it? The pawn's out of the square, as we say. And meanwhile, from white's point of view, his own pawn is blocked by black's king, so he's not going to get his pawn through. So it looks like it's a win for black, doesn't it? What do you think, Brijesh? Win for black?
Yeah, it looks like a win for black.
It looks like a win for black, but if it was a win for black, it wouldn't be a puzzle, so there must be some trick.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, so let's put our thinking cap on. So we're white, so we want to get a draw, so we need an idea. So what sort of way or could we get a draw? What idea could we use to get a draw in this position, do you think?
Maybe can we try to get stalemate on h7?
Okay, stalemate, yes, because we're not going to get 50 move rule, we're not going to get triple repetition. The only way we could probably get a draw is by a stalemate. So the question is, where do we get a stalemate? So let's have a look what would normally happen. So what move do you reckon white should play first?
King g6.
All right, so he plays king g6. Black plays g4. What can white do now?
Maybe h7.
h7, okay. And then I go g3. What do you want to do now?
King h6.
Yep, then I go g2. And we've got a problem.
I'll probably just move out to g5 and then move back in. Then
move out to g5, but the trouble is, I'm just going to take your pawn, and the next move I get a queen, and there's no stalemate. So you're one move out. So that was a good try.
Oh, should we go king f6?
Now there's an idea. Let's have a look. King f6. I'll play black, you play white. I'll play g4. What do you want to do?
Now h5.
Hang on, where are you? Just your move?
King g5.
King g5. All right, I'll go g3.
h7. Oh, h7 doesn't work.
No. All right, let's go back one move to this position. So try another move in this position.
King f5.
King f5. I'll go g3.
King f4.
You're going to stop my pawn? Doesn't look like it.
All
right, let's go back. So your first move, king f6, is correct. All right, I play g4. Now, if we want to get a stalemate, we have to work out where our king is going to be. when black gets a queen, so it's a stalemate. So what square do you reckon our king is going to be on to get a stalemate?
I think H7 along the H6.
H7, but the H6, yeah. It has to be on H6. If we can get our king there and black gets a queen on the G file, that's a stalemate, isn't it?
Oh, I think I know. I think we can go King G6 now.
All right, well let's go. Hang on, I'll just get rid of these coloured things. Right, all right. So let's go King G6.
If he pushes.
If he pushes,
we put do H7.
You can push. I can push.
I go to H6.
H6. Ah, all right, and then you get a stalemate. All right, but I'm not done yet. I might have an idea for black. So you go King F6. I push. You go up. Now instead of me pushing, I'm going to be sneaky and play King G8. So what are you going to do?
Can I just still push?
You push the pawn. All right, I'll go in the corner.
And then I go in the corner.
All right, then I push.
Oh, then I just push.
Yep,
oh,
and it's
yeah.
still the same. Yep, we get a queen, and it's stalemate. Yay! Well done. All right, so I don't really think anyone got it. Some of you got the idea that we needed to get a stalemate, but the method of getting it, I'm not sure anyone got the exact method. We have to lose a move. So if we go straight to G6, we don't lose a move. We miss out by one move. So Brijesh came up with a sneaky idea, King F6, then G6. We've lost the move, we get the stalemate. But you can see how we look at the big picture again, get the idea of a stalemate, and then we start looking for it. And that's how we solve the puzzle. Okay, well done, that was good. Now, you've sent me a lot of your games. I've chosen the game Brijesh v Daniel.
Yeah.
So are these like online games, are these school games, or where are they from?
Oh, well, we went to the ACC Weekender, so Auckland Chess Centre Weekender.
Yeah. So what time control did you play at?
We played at 40. Yeah, we played 45 minutes plus 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. So it should be a really good game because it's a long time control.
Yeah.
All right. And Daniel, so is he a strong player? Is he stronger than you, or you're stronger than him?
He's way stronger than me. Yeah.
He's way stronger than you. Okay. All right. Well, let's see how we go in the game. I'll just hide the moves and we'll get started and have a look. Okay. So you're white. We go D4. You're a D4 player. You don't play E4.
No, I don't like E. I hate
All right.
E4.
That's good because most of the juniors play E4 and they all know it. But if you play D4 on them, you'd catch them a bit unawares and maybe they're not so good at that. All right. Now you put the two pawns side by side to seize the centre, so you're going well there.
Then he did C5 and I was just lost. I had no idea what to do.
All right. So you've got no idea what to do against C5?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what you played was all right. A lot of players push past.
But then we'll just try to play E6 or something then, yeah.
Yeah, he can play E6 if he wants, but then you can protect it with knight C3. See, so you're going to end up with a bit more space because you've got a pawn on the 5th rank. So you're going to have a little bit of a space advantage on him, hopefully. Sometimes, though, you've got to be careful because if you push past, oops, hang on, I'll just get rid of these. There's an opening called the Benko Gambit where they play B5 and sacrifice a pawn to get some good play. So you probably need to look up a few lines if you want to play into that.
Yeah.
But you chose just to play knight F3, so you're developing a piece, you defended your pawn, that's all fine.
He took
He
and
take.
yeah.
You take back with a knight, that's fine. He develops his knight.
I think I took it. I shouldn't have taken
You didn't take just yet. You played your knight out, so you've got a good idea. Knights before bishops, and you're putting your knights in good squares. Now, he does a pretty radical move here. He does E5.
Yeah.
Okay, did that surprise you?
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do, so I just took the knight.
Yeah, all right. So let's ask people their thoughts. What do they think? So Brijesh, his knight's attacked. He can exchange knights or he can move his knight somewhere. It's got a zillion squares to go to. So type in the questions what you think he should do. Should he play knight takes knight or move the knight to F5, F3, B5, B3, C2, where should he go? Benji likes knight f5. Justin and Julian like knight f5. Sam likes it. Thomas wants to swap. Derek wants to go back to b3. Oliver wants to go back to f3. Josh is a swapper. Lucas goes knight f5. Okay. So the majority seem to like f5. Do you like f5, Brijesh, or not?
No, because if you do knight f5, they'll play g6, letting the bishop come out.
Okay. All right. They probably wouldn't play g6, because if they play g6, can you see a good move for white here?
Oh, cool.
The knight would go into d6 check.
Yeah.
And then you retake with the queen if he takes you. Which probably wouldn't be too bad. What he could do, if he's really radical, sometimes in this position or a similar position, they play d5. So now that the bishop is attacking the knight, so that sometimes go pawn takes pawn, bishop takes bishop.
Oh, they were forced to go back to e4, 3,
yep.
e3, knight e3.
All right. Now most people went f5. That wouldn't be the normal move, but it's the right idea. What's the problem with swapping the knights, Brijesh? Is that okay or not okay?
Not okay, because I realized that after my game, we don't have a strong center.
Yeah, but the knight's got to go somewhere. All right. Now the key thing that's happened, because he's played e5, he's created a weak square. Can you tell me where that weak square might be?
Is it f7?
No, that's protected by the king. Because the pawn's not on e7, but it's moved to e5, he's got a weakness.
b7?
Nope. d6.
Oh.
See, because that square cannot be attacked by a pawn now. So like we just did with knight f5, if you can get a piece on that d6, it'll be like blocking up all black's position. So this is very similar to the Pelican variation of the Sicilian I play. So the best move is probably knight b5.
But what's the point of moving it to d6? Won't the bishop take it?
Okay, well let's say he attacks you. You go into d6. Right, now obviously if he moves his king, he just can't castle, and it's silly. So he takes, you take.
Yeah, because you're taking. Because it's good for him because he's taking the active knight.
True, but the compensation is you've got the two bishops, so you're going to have really good control, particularly on the black squares, because you've got the dark squared bishop, and his black square like d6 and c5, they're a bit weak. So most people would prefer not to do this swap. So generally, let's just go back. Oh, I haven't gone back too far now. So generally, if you play knight b5, they'll play d6 to stop your knight going in. All right. Anyway, knight takes knight isn't a bad move. So we go swap. He takes back with the b pawn, obviously. Otherwise, you'd swap queens and he wouldn't be able to castle. You played e3. That's okay. He does a pin. All right. Is that pin scary or not?
Yeah, because it's going to double my pawns.
All right, but can you get out of it?
Bishop d2.
Yes. So it's probably not a real good pin because you just play bishop d2. And now if he was to take your knight, he's just wasting his time. He spent 2 moves swapping his good bishop for an okay knight. So instead he castles. Now you tell his bishop to go away, so that's good. So if he takes the knight, then it's like before. You'd have the black square bishop and you'd be really strong on all the dark squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so he retreats his bishop. Okay.
I was thinking about b4, pushing b4, but I'm not sure. I wasn't really sure.
All right.
Yeah.
What do we think, guys? B4 here, good or bad? So type in the question, good or bad for b4? Callum says bad. I'll play the move on the screen so you can see. b4, good or bad? Benji likes it. Justin doesn't like it. Thomas says it's okay. Nathaniel good, Sam good, Oliver good. Okay, we're getting mixed response.
I thought it was good because you can bring your queen out to a4 and then castle.
Okay, all right. Well, let's just take a step back. Again, we need to look at the big picture to help us decide on our moves. So what are we trying to do? What general things are we trying to do in the opening part of the game? What do you think, Brijesh?
Trying to attack the king side.
Nope. Okay, we need a bit of help here, I think. Let's ask Callum. You there, Callum?
Yep.
So what are we trying to do at the start of the game? Can you tell me three things?
Develop your pieces, castle.
Develop your pieces, castle, yep, and maybe one other? What about the centre?
Control the center.
Control the centre, yep, very good. All right, thank you very much, Callum. Yeah, they're the three things we say we're normally trying to do. Control the centre, develop our pieces, and castle. So b4, that's not controlling the centre, it's not developing a piece, it's not helping us castle. So it's like you've been distracted from what you should be doing and you're doing some side thing. The other thing we have to say is, what do you reckon he's going to reply if you play b4?
Will he try to play d5?
He might play d5 and then he's got the two pawns side by side.
a5?
He might play a5 and try and mess up your pawns there. So it's not probably a really good idea. You should maybe develop your bishop, or as you did in the game, I think you played queen c2, getting your queen to a better square. So you did the right thing in the game. I don't think b4 is the right idea. All right, here comes d5. Okay, now this is pretty good because he's got the two pawns side by side in the centre now. All right, what should you do, Brijesh?
I think I should leave that pawn because if he takes, I get my bishop out. But I think I should have played f4 to break his two pawns side by side.
f4. Okay. Let's get a second opinion then. We'll ask Daniel. You there, Daniel? Say hello, Daniel.
Yeah.
f4. Brijesh wants to play f4. Do you reckon that'd be good or bad in this position?
Good.
Why do you like it? Is it attacking, or what do you think's good about it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure, you just like it. All right, thanks, Daniel. Okay. Bad move, Brijesh. For exactly the same reason that b4 is bad, you're not developing any pieces. You're not making your king safe. You're like being distracted.
Should I castle then?
Yeah, well, have a look at black. So black has already castled. He's got his king safe. And he's got control of the centre with the two pawns. So he's going quite well. You haven't even got your king out yet. And you're sort of like trying to attack him with all your men on the back rank. So what you should be doing is maybe developing your bishop, c3 or e2, and then you can castle and then off you go. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't get distracted from the main things you're trying to achieve. Now you actually took him and he took back. That's probably not so hot because what you're doing there is you're swapping your pawn on c4 for his pawn on c6. Now your one on c4 is probably a better pawn because it's more in the centre. So that might be a little bit of a boo-boo, just a small one. So swaps. Okay, what should you do now?
I went to B5.
You want to
Knight
play?
B5? No, I went knight B5.
No, you don't think you did knight b5. You did something else, which we'll see in a minute. All right. Well, let's ask everyone else. What should Brijesh do as white in this position? So whites go. What move would you guys like to play? Everyone's having a big think. Josh likes bishop b5. Oliver wants the castle on the queen side. Lucas likes bishop e2. Sam, Thomas like bishop d3. Justin likes bishop b5. Some of you are putting knights on b5. All right, so what do you reckon, Brijesh?
I think I'll go knight B5.
All right, why do you want to go knight b5?
Because we can then try to put our knight on C6. I mean...
C7?
Yeah, sorry, C7, yeah.
Yeah, and what if he just moves the rook? Why is that so good? So it's you're like attacking him, but he can get out of it. See, so you've in effect wasted 2 moves with your knight. So your knight's already developed, it's already controlling some of the centre, but instead of moving the bishop and castling, then you attack, you're attacking him too early, just with a knight and a queen. See, so you're sort of going off and trying to attack too early?
Yeah.
So maybe bishop e2, I wouldn't mind. Bishop d3 even. Now some of you might say, oh well, he's going to attack us with a pawn. That's true. So we'd lose a move. But if he was to do that, then he's left a dirty big hole on d4. You might be able to maneuver your knight there or something, and it wouldn't be too bad positionally. All right. So, but what you actually did was something that no one suggested. You played e4. Good move?
Sorry?
Is good. You've done e4 instead. Good move, bad move, okay move, what?
I really have no idea why I did that.
Yeah. It's again, it's one of those attacking moves when you're not ready to attack. You're like opening up the centre, and he's got his men ready to attack, and you haven't. So bad move. He plays d4. Now, what's another disadvantage of letting him play pawn to d4?
You have to move your knight again.
Yeah, you have to move your knight again. Also, that pawn, do you know what we call that?
Pass pawn.
Even better than that, it's a supported pass pawn. So like if you get up to an ending or even a king ending, it'll be really, really strong because your king can't wander too far away because it's got to cover that pawn from queening, and it can't take it because it's protected. So, and you've given him a bit of space. So there's a lot of reasons why playing e4 and letting him play d4 probably isn't the best. All right, so our knight's attacked, so we've got to move our knight. So we need some help, guys. Where should Brijesh move his knight to? Can go e2, d5, b5, a4, a2, b1. It's got 8 squares to choose from. So where would you like to put it? Everyone's having a big think. Benji likes d5. Sam likes a4. Justin likes d5. Benji's changed his mind. Josh likes a4. What do you think, Brijesh? Which is the best?
I probably want to put on d5. I won't put it there.
d5, he'd just take it with his knight, wouldn't he? And he'd win a pawn?
Yeah, I probably want to put there. I'd probably just put it on b5. No, actually, A5, actually.
A4, you mean?
A4, sorry.
Right, now why did you choose A4?
Because if I went to B5, I'll probably get attacked and have to move it again.
Okay. Yeah, so in the game, you chose B5, which some of you guys did. Now, for me, I look at that and I immediately get danger signals because I'm thinking, hang on, that knight can't retreat back to A3 or C3 or D4. You know, what if he attacks it and nearly traps it? So I'll be a bit worried about it. For instance, let's say he played bishop B7. So he's now attacking your E pawn. Let's say you defended it. Now he could attack your knight. So where would your knight go?
Nowhere really.
It's got to go to C7, but then we pin it against the queen, and it's sort of getting a bit iffy. You know, are you going to lose that knight? Are you not going to lose that knight? It looks very dangerous.
Yeah, that's how I lost my knight, which is in a different...
Yeah, that's more or less what happened in the game. So knight B5 looks probably the wrong choice. Okay, let's plot on. So he attacked it straight away. You went into C7 because there's nowhere else to go. Then he moved his rook up, so he's got a double attack on it.
And I went bishop A5.
You went bishop A5, so you defended it, so that's all right.
He took it, I think.
Then he comes along, hang on, he comes along with a triple attack on it. All right. What should you do here, do you think? So you've got to defend it twice and attack 3 times.
I really have no idea.
Okay, we need some help. Brijesh reckons he's going to lose his knight. What would you guys do here? Sam wants to go knight E6. So he gets an exchange for it. Thomas wants to go rook C1. Justin wants to go knight D5. Okay. Most people are going knight D5, but queen takes bishop check seems to be a good reply to that. You can get out of it. You could just play rook C1. Whoops, hang on, what am I doing here? Rook C1, Brijesh, and it's protected 3 times. Attack 3 times. That's probably the best. You went for counter attack on his rook, but that lets him get two pieces for. So we had a big swap off. So he's got a bishop and knight, and you've got a rook. So how are you feeling? You reckon you're winning or drawing or losing?
I knew straight away I was losing.
Yeah, I think, well, 2 pieces should beat a rook. Not always, but most of the time. But he's got that strong pass pawn as well. All right, it's your go. What do you think you should do here?
Castle?
No, you can't, your bishop's still on the... Oh, you want to castle queenside?
Yeah.
All right, now the first thing we do, hang on, he's just moved. What should we say to ourselves when it's our turn to move?
Check all checks and captures.
No, we say, what is he...
Going to reply?
What is he threatening? So he's attacking your E pawn at the moment with his knight.
So I should probably go bishop D3?
Or hang on, so you either need to defend it or you need to counterattack something else. So what move would you like to do you think?
F4?
Did you say F4?
Yeah.
How does that help us? Can't he just take our pawn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's attacking our pawn. All right, so you could do F3, for instance. That'd be okay.
Rook C1?
Yeah, well, that's what you did. Rook C1. So you counterattack his bishop. All right. Rook C1. So then he moved his bishop. Okay, and you went for another attack on his bishop. Now, this score sheet you sent me, did you copy it from something or you saved it as a PGN file so the moves are all totally correct? Or did you have to rewrite the moves?
I rewrote all the moves.
Okay, because I think the next couple of moves you might have got it out of order. Because here you've got black playing, oh hang on, knight D7, where am I? Knight D7. Oh no, sorry, it's in the moves time. We'll get to that in a second. All right. What should you do here?
Mm,
Is he threatening anything?
no.
You sure?
Oh, he's threatening to pin my bishop c7. I mean b7.
Yeah, he's threatening bishop b7 on the rook and then on the e pawn. All right. So what should you do?
I should probably move my rook somewhere else.
Okay. I think it would be better to defend the pawn first, and then see if he attacks you. If he does something else, then your rook's still in a strong spot, whereas you sort of retreated the rook straight away without it even being attacked. So slight difference. Now, your score sheet is bishop c7, which I think is silly. I think what probably happened is I think he probably played bishop b7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he played bishop b7.
Yeah, and then you played f3. So we'll have to go with what the score sheet says, but we'll just transpose. So really bishop b7, not c7, because you would have taken it had he gone there. Then you played f3. You played knight c5. Obviously that bishop's still on b6. You moved your bishop. Bishop b7. Castles. Rook g1. So hopefully we've sort of transposed either that or you've missed taking a piece twice in a row. All right.
Yeah, but my plan was to push f4 when he takes and to capture with the rook and put pressure on the f7 square.
Okay. Is that a good plan or a bad plan, do you think?
Okay.
Okay. What do people think? So it's your turn to move. F4, good plan, bad plan. So type in the questions, good or bad for me. Good or bad? Callum says bad. Josh says bad. Daniel says good. Just about everyone is saying bad. All right, let's have a talk to Nathaniel. Hi, Nathaniel.
Hi, Robert.
F4, you don't like it? You reckon it's a bad plan?
No, I don't like it.
All right, explain to Brijesh why it's a bad plan.
I think it's a bad plan because you kind of, yes, you do stop that pawn on e5 protecting the other pawn, but you kind of opening up your king side too much, and you're weakening the black squares around your king, and he's got that bishop on c7.
All right, what about your e pawn? If you play f4 here, you've left your e pawn unprotected.
Oh yeah, you left your e pawn unprotected as well. Yeah.
So you've really opened it up and unprotected your e pawn. All right, so bad plan. Thank you, Nathaniel. All right, so Brijesh, you're planning f4. What did you think he was going to reply?
I thought he was gonna take it, but then I think he moved to f7.
Okay, so but f4. I mean, he can just take like this, can't he? And you've just lost another pawn.
Yeah, but no, but the bishop wasn't there though.
The bishop was on b6, was it?
Yeah, it was on b6. So yeah.
Okay. Hopefully it's going to transpose then. But in any case, your e pawn is on pre. Now, a lot of young players, when they don't know what to do, basically they think they've got to attack, and they sort of self-destruct the position. So here, you're down a little bit, but I mean everything's nice and safe. He's not threatening anything. Everything's protected. So what you probably should do is try and sort of set up a bit of a fortress and force him to work out a way to beat you. Whereas if you do a move like this, he's got tons of attacking moves that can probably finish you off. But if you say you put your rook on d1 instead, I mean he's got to think what is he going to do. So just bear that in mind. don't self-destruct. Let the other guy try and beat you. So you went, oh, actually, you've gone rook f2 first from the look of it. Oh, here we go. Then the bishop's gone back. Then you've gone f4. All right. Now, there's another reason why f4 might be dangerous. Can anyone see a danger signal in this position? Can you see a danger signal, Brijesh, having a look at where the pieces are?
Oh, he'll take the e4 and attack the rook.
He could take the e4 pawn. What other danger signal is that?
Oh, he can go to d3 with his knight.
But your bishop's covering that. Not quite. What I'm thinking, I'm just having a look here. Have a look at his bishop. It's on the same diagonal as your king and your rook. So if he moves his d-pawn, he might get a really good pin or a discovered check or something like that. So you need to sort of look out for those patterns and think, uh-oh, hang on, this could be a bit of a problem. So let's see what he does. He should probably take on f4, I'm thinking. Let's see what he does. Oh, he takes on f4. Okay, you take back. Now you've got an attack going on f7. All right. Does he notice or does he not? Oh my God. Why did he play king f8? Do you know what's happening there?
No, I have no idea why he did.
Because you've got a double attack on f7. And
yeah, I was thinking he's quite experienced because he's a adult, so I thought he's quite experienced and there's something like wrong with that.
Yeah, so he's forgotten to say what is he threatening, and he's come up with a silly move from the look of it. So this gives you a chance to get back into the game. What should you do here?
Take.
You should obviously take. Let's take f7 check. But instead you're moving your king up. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Unless the score sheet's wrong in some way. Okay. What does he do now? What do you think Black's obvious move would be?
f6.
Could if he's defending, but has he got an attacking move?
Knight.
Yeah, where?
Oh, knight e4.
Can't he go knight e4 check?
Yeah.
So picking up a pawn with check.
Yep.
So that would be pretty good. For some reason he doesn't do it. I don't know what's going on here. He moves his bishop. You played g3, so that f7 pawn's still sitting there saying, please take me. But now he wakes up and gets out of it. All right, b3. Now he pushes the pawn. Uh-oh, here we go. So remember I said the danger signals? So now he has opened the diagonal. Ooh, wrong colour. Sorry, let me get the arrows going. Yeah, so he's opened the diagonal, so he's threatening a discovered attack on your king. Okay. What should we do? And the pawn's looking pretty strong. So you blocked. You didn't defend the discovered attack. You didn't move your king somewhere. So what do you think he should do now, Brijesh?
Knight e6, win a rook.
He could do knight e6 and wins a rook for the knight. What about taking on e4? Would that be a good one as well?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. Probably knight takes e4 is the best one. And then supporting the pawn, the knight can come in and maybe win the exchange anyway. Let's see what happens. Oh, he pushes his pawn first. What should we do now? Your king's in trouble. Should you move your king somewhere?
King e3.
King e2 maybe. Even king f3 maybe. So what you did is b4. So what's happening with b4? You're forcing him to move where he wants to move anyway.
I know, I made a mistake because now I'm giving him the b3 square.
Well, more than that, you're giving him a free move because his knight's going to hit you with a discovered check. So you forced him to move the knight. So whereas he missed it last move, I'm pretty certain he's going to see it this move. So he could go to e6 or to e4 or d3. Let's see where he goes. d3. That's okay. You move your king. Oh, c1. Now you don't want to take his rook. Why do you want to go to c1?
For me?
Yeah.
How could I take his rook, though?
Knight, take on f4.
But that was... But I was white, though.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, all right, good point. I'm getting confused here. Yeah, well, he should take you on f4, shouldn't he?
Yeah, I was like thinking why he didn't take.
Yeah, he gives you a check, but you can get out of it, and it's not winning material, so that was a funny one. All right, he should clearly take on f4. So, a bit of an escape. You move your king, and he comes in with the bishop, so now he's got a really strong pass pawn, and your rook's still attacked. You go up, he attacks the other rook. It's looking pretty terrible, isn't it?
I know.
I don't know what we can do here. Our rook's attacked. Should we defend it? What move do you think he should do here, guys? We're in a bit of trouble. Our rook's attacked by the bishop, and he's got that really good pass pawn.
King e2.
Knight takes king. That's what Thomas and Josh said, king e2 as well, but we've got knight takes king. Lucas likes e3.
I think we have no choice. I think maybe rook d5.
Okay. Can't he just take and then take the rook on d1?
Yeah.
Can you save that rook?
No.
Okay, so we're in trouble. We've got to work out the best way of getting out of our problem. So Justin and Josh come up with the right idea. Why can't you play bishop e2?
Oh, yeah.
So if he takes the rook, you just take him back. So you've only lost the exchange, and you've still got his pawn blocked. So it's not clear how he's going to promote that pawn. So bishop e2 would have been better. You ended up giving up the rook for the pawn. Okay. Takes rook d5. Why do you want to go rook d5? Tell me about that.
I think I practically lost now, so I'm just trying to win pieces now.
Okay. When you're lost, there's two things you can do. You can either sort of make a threat and hope he misses it, even though it's very improbable, or you can sort of dig in and try and last as long as you can and make it as hard as possible for him to win. So let's say we're not going to do the kamikaze one, we're going to do the dig in one. What would be a good move for you? Can you get some material back?
We could take the knight, the pawn on a6.
Yeah, why don't you just take the pawn on a6? Then he's got no immediate threats, and you've got those two pawns on the queen side. It's not too bad. So rook d5. Do you remember the rule about when you're ahead, what do you do?
You swap off?
Yeah, when you're ahead, you don't swap off pieces. Oh, when you're ahead, you do swap off pieces. When you're behind, you don't. So you're swapping off your most powerful piece, which means you're not going to have much attacking chance. Takes back with the bishop. Knight comes up. Oh, see, now you've taken the knight as well. So why would you take the knight here?
I was trying to limit his chances of gobbling up all my pawns.
Yeah, I think it's the same deal. You've only got one piece left, so you're better off keeping it and not swapping the pieces. So you did a swap, and then you kamikazed all your pawns. The rest of the game I don't think is worth really looking at. He towed you up after that. Okay, so there are a few funny tactics. both sides missed a few tactics, I think. What can we learn from the early part of the game? Do you remember in the opening where you're looking at playing B4 and you're looking at playing F4?
Oh, you said don't get distracted doing.
Yeah.
Just do what you're trying to. Yeah.
Yeah. So the main thing is to focus on what you're trying to do. Get a couple of pawns in the centre, put your pieces out, make your king safe, then attack. Yeah. So many players sort of attack far too early. So I think you were thinking along those lines with those early moves you were talking about. So next time you play, try and make yourself ready before you launch any attacks and everything, and brush up on your tactics a bit, I think. But otherwise, that was quite an interesting game. All right, well, that's the end of tonight's lesson. I should say while we're here, congratulations to Max Phillips, who's with us tonight, and he won the RJ Shield on Sunday, his first RJ Shield, so well done to Max. And I'll look forward to catching all you guys for our lesson next week. Thanks
See you
very
next
much.
week.
Good night. Thanks, Brijesh. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.